This is Girls, Gains, and Growing Pains, a podcast about working smarter and harder to achieve your fitness goals. In every episode, we break down common health and fitness questions in a fun and relatable way.
Whether you're a beginner or far along on your fitness journey, this podcast is for you. I'm Rachel Johns, a bikini bodybuilder, nutrition certified through Precision Nutrition, and NASM certified personal trainer.
And I'm Julia Ross, just a regular gal trying to get healthier and lose weight.
It is important to note that neither of us are medical professionals, and the views expressed on this podcast are those of the host. So today's podcast episode, we're just gonna kind of go with it, because we do have these conversations like freely a lot. So we want people to experience this. We've actually been told recently when people hear us talk now in person, they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's weird hearing you guys in person."
Breaking your dad the fourth wall.
So we're gonna talk about the lifestyle that we live and the things that we like about it and that we don't like about it, because I personally hear a lot of things that people don't like about getting healthy, changing their lifestyle habits, things like that. But then there's also a lot of people who love aspects of it. So there's definitely different sides of it, and there's little specific things that maybe we like, maybe we don't like. Like, for starters, one thing I hate, which is so weird, is I hate taking vitamins and pills. Like, it takes me forever to take them. And that is something that—
Okay, no, that's true. Because you have to explain how you take your vitamins.
One at a time.
Oh.
One at a time. And it takes me forever. Like, it takes me half a glass of water to swallow one pill. And this is how we're starting this. Yeah. And it is so hard for me. And that is the one thing that, like, I abide by everything my coach tells me. That is the one thing that I struggle with so hard, because he has me taking some vitamin C and stuff like that just to keep the body going well. And my creatine is in forms of a pill, and I have to take 4 of those to get my dosage, because I don't know, they just don't put a lot in each one. And it takes me forever. And those pills are like those lighter, like the capsules that like float in your mouth.
Oh, the floaters. Do they not know we have goals? Like, we have things to do, okay?
It takes me forever. And this is something that I'm like, yeah, you should take vitamins.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it is the biggest struggle for me in the world. Like, that is the thing I dread. Ephraim can take a whole handful and just throw them back.
Yep.
I'm like, one at a time, concentrating. Like, he can't even talk to me while I take them, because I'm like, one at a time.
No, you get so serious. Or you'll look at me and you'll kind of give me a face that's like, okay, literally shut up. And I'm like, oh, we're going. All right.
It's concentration for me.
It is.
That is honestly one of the hardest aspects for me. And I know that sounds crazy.
No,
I'm so
it's
good
so
at
valid.
so good at everything else. That is one thing where I drop the ball a lot.
Hey, this is inspiration to anyone listening, though, because I hate taking vitamins, but for a different reason. I cannot handle the consistency and the remembering to take them. So if you listen to last week's episode, I have adopted a very sweet but quite sickly kitten. And so I have to give him medication once or twice a day. And we literally just got back from the vet, got more medication. And I have so much discipline when it comes to keeping him healthy. Like, of course, Smee must take his vitamins and medications. He takes a probiotic. He takes special healthy food. And then it comes to me and I'm like, oh no, did I not take my actually required medical medication, much less my supplements? Oh no. So that's my beef with vitamins, because I'm on the Ephraim end. I could just pop I think my record is 8 or 9, because my grandma, being my grandma, was very impressed that I could take more than one. So I said, I'm a count. So I counted out all the pills I had to take in front of her in high school. She's like, wow. So
one time I took 2 Advil at once, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Hold the phone.
I'm advancing.
She's popping pills over here, ladies and gentlemen.
That is the one thing that I struggle to my core with every day. Anyway, struggle. But I have to say, into my faves of something though, I love structure. I'm a structured girl. I love schedules. I love knowing what I'm doing every day. I like to plan. I am type A.
Yes.
To my core, to my inner being, I am type A. But you are not. That's where we're different.
It's hard for me.
Which is so funny for me, because I'm coaching and I'm like, just set a time.
You're literally just plan it. And I'm like, no. And every night I text him, I just don't know what happened with my macros. And you say, if only there was a solution. If only we could plan our meals in advance like adults. That's so crazy to me.
It's so funny. Yeah, the structure does it for me. And I was just telling someone this today. I was like, I am so excited to start prep for my show. So
Mm-hmm.
like the whole journey. If you see like Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best example because most people have seen him for a
Yeah.
competition. He is like really low body fat. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically what prep is. You start to increase the cardio, lower the calories, you start to shred a lot of body fat, and then you get nice and lean for your show. And that's what I'm starting next week.
Yeah.
And I was telling someone, I was like, I'm so excited to start prep. And they're like, why? And I was like, there's so much structure. There's so much that is just all planned and programmed out. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, oh, I love that. And
Agreed.
I know that is not common. I'm fully aware that that is a weird thing that I
What
enjoy.
is like the general consensus on whether or not people enjoy prep, like in the bodybuilding community? Would you say people are more on your side or more like me, of like, yucky?
Okay. I think there's different reasons people enjoy it
Okay.
because I I think I'm going to enjoy it for the structure and then the results. I think
Yeah.
some people grind through it simply for show day
Mm-hmm.
and like, you know, and that's it because a lot of people too fluctuate so much in off season that they're so excited to shred down because they've gained so much weight in off season.
Oh, no,
I
that's a
haven't
good point.
gained that much weight in off season. I'm up like 10 pounds.
Yeah. Haven't you had your
Um,
abs this whole time?
yeah. So
Effortless.
I didn't go crazy on off season, but there the discipline required in on during season is so much more. And I love that. Like
For
I'm just
yourself.
like, I love having a coach. I love having structure.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's not for everyone. So I've learned how to coach people who maybe don't like as much structure, who want to have a little bit more. I totally understand that that is not for everyone. I understand that my lifestyle is not for everyone. And that's why I do it as a sport and not just like a fun little hobby. Like I like having something to train for, something to compete with. Like I enjoy every aspect of that.
Yeah.
And even though sometimes like I hate doing legs, I'm still like, oh, I like that I know how many sets, how many reps, what he wants me to do, what the goal is. Like that for
Mm-hmm.
me, that makes my fitness
That's
journey
good.
so perfect for me.
Yeah.
But it's also like the torture for other people.
Yeah.
So that's where I've learned as a coach to be like, okay, I'm going to meet them where they're at. They're not going to meet me where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
That is not realistic for me.
I think we did it, especially with me, a really great way because I have my added element of just being kind of bratty, where if you tell me to do something, I'm like, no, like it's 100% for my
How could that
benefit.
ever work, Rachel?
Like, no, ew, I'm gonna try it my way until it absolutely fails. And then I come crawling back and say, you were right. Like, I
Mhm.
think what we've done that's been really helpful for anyone who's listening who's more on my end of the spectrum, I would say I definitely prefer the plug and play model where you give me, we're doing 5 lifting days right now. I go into
Mhm.
my app and I choose like what day I'm feeling. I never do,
Yeah.
or I try not to do like 2 leg days back to back, but I'll do it more that way and I'll have healthy food in my house. I won't necessarily know a week's worth ahead, but I'll make sure I have enough of my protein shakes and my protein yogurt and my low fat protein pancakes that just came in the mail. I'm so excited.
So good. Flourish.
Nourish is not sponsored yet. Cry.
Yeah.
But I'll have them on hand. So then in the morning when I wake up, I can decide because I'm really iffy about like meat. So some days I'll wake up and be like, I really would like meat today. And then other days I'll wake up and not even want to smell meat. And I
Mhm.
don't know what controls it. Hormones, the force. Like it's just something in my blood when I wake up makes me choose if I want meat or not. So then I
That
just
is
kind of
totally
adapt and go
where
through.
we're different.
Well, yeah, because that's something I hate about fitness is how much freaking protein I have to eat all the time. And just like learning what foods have and don't have protein
Mhm.
has been like learning a whole nother language. Like, yes, learning nutrition is a whole nother language, but you can kind of guess how much fat and carbs are in stuff after a while. But
Okay,
the
fats
protein
though, I feel
content,
like that's something that people just hate is learning how much fat is in everything because there's a lot more than people realize. But back to the protein, what you're saying is so funny because you're like, I hate how much protein. I literally am having to budget my protein because I started drinking my protein shakes again because they taste like chocolate milk.
your
And
protein shakes, for reference, Rachel has the good Fairlife ones. I have the
yeah,
Costco Premier Protein, so it's
yeah, the
not
Fairlife
tempting
are
on
like
my
the
end.
fancier, yummier
Yeah.
ones. So I've been drinking those after my workouts, just like as a quick thing.
Yeah.
And now at night, I'm like, but I want milk and I want more chicken, but I'm at my protein limit and I'm just carbs and carbs don't do it for me.
I
Okay.
volunteers tribute.
Like and my coach knows this. He's like,
He
I tell
does.
him, I'm like, I love a low carb diet.
Mm-hmm.
I love just chicken, vegetables, a little teriyaki sauce,
Okay,
and
that I can vibe with.
that but the thing is so for me,
Mm-hmm.
I love the repetition of things.
Yeah.
I love eating similar meals every single day because my gut likes it. And some people hate
Oh,
that. They're like, how do you eat the same thing every day? I'm like, how do you not? Which is where, you know, I'm just wired a little weirdly. Um, very aware of that too, though. But
self-awareness is always the first step.
that's something I love about it. And that's why when he gives me a higher macro count, so
Mm-hmm.
don't know or haven't listened to our macronutrients, like it's just more food.
Yeah.
And it's more than what I'm used to eating. I'm like, how do you expect me to fit this into my macros? I can't eat that much. So I've been having like mandarin oranges available, bananas available, applesauce available for me to get in the carbs because I can't do it.
I know. I
I
know.
just I can have chicken for every single meal.
Oh my woman. It's a superpower, truly. And like I don't mean to grimace. Man, because I could have like waffles for every meal. I could have pancakes for every meal,
Yeah.
a muffin, a piece of cake. I know how you feel about cake. Now that
It's
I
lovely.
lost that score on your freaking
I know.
bridal
We
shower
just had my
game.
bridal shower this weekend, which was
We
phenomenal.
we played this
Um,
freaking quiz about Rachel, and I got way too many questions wrong. I think I got 3 out of 15 incorrect, and I was mortified. But I still think my answer for your favorite dessert should have counted because she said canon wise, officially it's chocolate cake. But I
yes.
said the Yasso bars, and I feel like I should have at least
Which
gotten half credit.
are my macro friendly favorite desserts.
See, I was seeing it through a lens. I was seeing it through my lens.
Yeah, you're used to, that's all I've been eating.
That's all I
Is
hear
the
you talk
Yasso.
about.
We have like 6 boxes. Um, 1 gram of fat in those. They're Greek yogurt.
It's
It's
insane.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anyway, um,
Sidebar.
yeah, we're diving going around, but it's okay. We wanted to free speak this one. Okay, what are some things that you like about what is something that you're like when you tell people you should do a fitness journey, you should start
Mhm.
taking care of yourself? What's the selling point for you?
I'll give it to myself as like an elevator pitch of you don't want to go to the gym today. I'm like, but Julia, remember yesterday when that really buff guy was doing lateral raises at 12.5 pounds for the same amount of reps you were doing 15 pounds for? Remember that joyous feel, the euphoria of looking over and seeing him looking at you annoyed? Like, God, that fueled me for like a week. A week, I tell you.
So you
And
like that empowerment feeling?
it is. And like I only say that because I'm super competitive. I won't judge you at the gym if you're lifting less than me. Because obviously I was the person in there lifting like the 5, 7 pounders, like just
Yeah.
within a year. So I'm not like
Honestly,
judging
some days
you.
I'm tired and I still do that.
Oh,
So
100%. Hypertrophy is the way some days. I just like now I find that fun, playful competitiveness of it where I
Mhm.
allow those around me at the gym to push me and feel better. And so when I think about like what I love about fitness, I love the competitiveness feeling, not necessarily against other people, but against myself. Like,
Well, I can totally attest that because
yeah,
you were like whenever I'm with you, you're like, I need you to spot me on bench. And
every
I'm
every
and
time.
you're like, you're here, just come spot me. And I lifted this much last time. Was this more than last time? Okay. And it has nothing to do with anyone around us.
No, no.
And
And it
it's
doesn't
that
have anything to do with aesthetics either. Because, like, if I think
right.
about what I aesthetically am working on, it has nothing to do with bench, but I do bench press before every single workout. Like, I'm at the gym for like an hour and a half, 2 hours every time now because I spend the first 20 minutes doing my shoulder warm ups and then benching and just repping it out
It's
because
the thing you love.
yes, it is.
That's how I used to feel about single arm rows
Oh my goodness. You used to give me
because
so
I
many
could
of
row
those.
80s. Okay.
Girl, girl,
And I
what?
was crushing it.
Yeah.
I loved it. But that was the exercise that I was doing a lot.
Hmm.
And I mean, it was just, I mean, it aesthetically helps as well, which is convenient,
It's
but
very nice.
I, I am competitive as well. But that was honestly, I have to admit, it's because I compete with the male trainers at my gym.
Oh yeah, I'm now in a league where I'm starting to compete with the guys lifting next to me in the like the bench area specifically because my gym is very like I would say even more male dominant than the average gym when it comes to the weights floor.
Yeah.
Like I've never, okay, scratch that. I've seen 3 girls benching my entire time at my gym that aren't me. And I've been going there
Yeah,
for a
it's not as
year.
common.
No.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting too, though. Now it's feeling like, oh, like I'm competing. And most of them are like noodly armed boys, but some of them are buff. And I'm like, who knows? They could be recovering from surgery. Who knows? I don't judge, but also,
I I actually smack talk with my guy trainers that I work with because as a trainer, we all obviously like see each other in the break room all the time. And like
yeah.
one of our trainers, he was like, dude, I didn't get to work out yesterday. I just didn't plan out my schedule right. And today, so him and I were training a couple. It's an elderly couple.
Yeah.
And so I train an 85-year-old and he trains the wife.
Is that the
And
one where you swap, where it's like the gender swap?
yeah, so I train the husband. He's training the
Yes.
wife right now because the regular trainer is out of town.
Yeah.
And I told my client, I said, hey, you're working out more than Isaiah right now. And Isaiah was just like, it's one day. I skipped one day. But I love working out with them because I am strong for a female in my upper body,
Yeah.
especially. And it's kind of a fun little like competition when you start to get to know people at the gym and you're like, oh hey, I'm gonna lift this. For me, I love that. Like that's something I do love is like the atmosphere of a gym is a lot of people are there for the same purpose. Like everyone is taking care of themselves. And
Hmm.
it's kind of fun to just like joke around and like exercise is fun. It doesn't have to be this like terrible dreading thing. Like we
Despite
do,
the facial expression I have at
yeah,
all times, I'm not actively suffering. I am semi
yeah.
enjoying myself.
And like that's where people make their friend groups a lot. And like
Okay, but
Ethan has a
how?
big friend group.
I
And
literally was just talking to my ex-trainer about this. Kylie, for listening, shout out. Dude, Kylie and I, so she was my trainer before Rachel. We're working out for fun together next Monday, and it's gonna
it's
be a
just
blast. It's
it's
gonna be
an
good.
environment.
But
It's
how
just
do you
like
how do you meet people at the gym? Like how do
I
you
have
make
to tell you.
friends?
I don't know what it is, but I do have people approach me a lot at the gym. I don't know why. Even when I worked out with you, remember that lady came up to me and just started
I do.
talking.
She didn't just come up to you. She said, "You have the best butt I have ever seen in real life."
Like they just come talk.
They do. They
But
do.
I love that. And you know what? Like creating that environment is so good. I love when my clients come into the gym and they like wave to say hi and stuff. Like I feel like there's this cool vibe. And like that's something I like is it's like everyone's supporting each other. You know what's funny is if you're not in a gym and you're like, hey, I can't come to dinner, I have to go to the gym. One of my clients just told me this. She was trying to not go to dinner with her friends. She's like, I have to go to the gym. They're like, no, you don't. But if you're at the gym, they're um, like the environment's different. It's like, oh, hey, it's so good to see you. Like, I'm so glad you made it in. And then you could be like, oh, yeah, my friends are going out, but I just want to come here. And like, oh, that's awesome, dude. Like, you're crushing it. But if you're outside of the gym, they're like, why would you go to the gym right now? Just come out with us. You can skip one
Yeah.
day. The conversation is so different. So your gym friends, I always tell people fitness is a filter. That is one of my
Hmm.
favorite phrases.
Hmm.
This is a filter because your circles change. But I kind of love that. I love that like support of like you're living healthy lifestyles. They're encouraging you to take care of you,
Yeah.
which is kind of a cool different dynamic than a lot of your friendships. I feel like a lot of times it's like, no, come out to dinner with us. And it's not like, okay, if that's what you need to do for you, go take care of you.
Yeah.
And I know I get that a lot when I tell people I don't drink. They're like, oh, come on. Like, why won't you? Like, it's gonna be fun.
Which,
And I'm
if
like,
you're listening and someone tells you they're not drinking, do not freaking press it. Like, there's so many
yeah.
reasons people are not drink. Like, it's not like, oh my God, are you pregnant? Because we've been out and you've said I'm not drinking, and people go, are you pregnant? Like, people are out there like
Like, do I
suffering.
look pregnant?
Like, dude, like, just if someone says that they're not drinking, and that's like, no is a
Cool.
complete sentence. I'm not drinking is a complete sentence. Like,
Yes.
that's my little mini rant on that.
Creating your boundaries. And that's something that I actually like about my fitness journey
Yes. Yeah.
is that I have become so much more confident in creating those boundaries. And I never feel like ashamed of that. I never feel like we went to Vegas last year when I was in prep and we told Ephraim's friends, hey, Rachel's not drinking, like, just, she's gonna be eating like sashimi, like she can have a
Yeah.
lot of rice and stuff. And
Hmm.
some of it, and all of his friends love to lift, and they're like, oh, sick. And like that was it. Like no
Yep.
one was like, oh, you should drink and stuff like that. It was just like, okay, actually one of his other guy friends doesn't drink either. So we're just like
Yeah.
chilling together
Just
and like
vibing.
and that I love that now I feel confident in setting that boundary. And like, there are people who will support that boundary. And in my fitness journey, I like that I have found the group of people and like have been able to surround myself with them constantly. And I think when you find that group, that makes the fitness journey like just so much better and more fulfilling, because you're like, oh, we all have these goals and they look different. Your and I's goals are not the same.
Oh, completely
But like,
different. Yeah.
it's cool that we are just in the same world, and it's like, okay, you got this, you got this. Like, oh, I'm so excited for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I saw your post today. If you didn't see it, Julia posted like her gym. Was that today or yesterday?
Oh,
The picture,
I took it yesterday. Yeah.
okay,
So,
the purple
yeah,
outfit.
the purple
But
Define shout out.
like 90% of the comments were from people that I knew first, that I introduced to you, that then you became friends with, who are now supporting you on that. And like, it's
It's
so cool,
wild. It's
right? And it's
wild.
like,
Yeah.
that's something I love. It's like people just support you, and it's like, women supporting women, and like
Yes.
just hyping everyone up, like it's creating a vibe around taking care of yourself and saying, hey, it's okay that you're choosing you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay that that's your priority. And that's something that I just love. Like, I love that people in my life are now contributing to other people in my life. Like, it's creating this big web of people who are just supporting each other. And like, that's what I've always strived for in like training people, but also just being into fitness.
Yeah.
Like, and you have friends. Also, after you posted, I had like 4 more people join my little Instagram too. And it's like,
Amazing.
yeah, it's this cool community.
It's kind of like a cross pollination. Like I that's like a weird way to phrase it, but I also
I kind of like that.
I I don't know, this is not the most like politically correct way to say this, but I always feel like a fitness pusher when people are like, "Oh, well, I don't know if I should start lifting." I'm like, "Okay, but hear me out." Like it's like I'm like,
Let
"But
me
have you
tell you,
considered?"
kind of with that, something that as a coach that I don't like about it is that I do have to do that little like, you know, it's harder because, okay, let's rephrase it. So, as in my job,
Yes.
as someone who's really into fitness,
Yes.
even if I'm not at the gym, it's still known that I do training. Like, they say,
Okay,
what's your
yes.
job? And I'm
Hmm.
trained. And all of a sudden, it opens this conversation where people are like, yeah, well, I used to lift, but I just walk now because, that's enough. And like, and then they open the conversation about very incorrect science about taking care of
Hmm.
yourselves. And it
Hmm.
presents me in an awkward conversation where I don't have it in me to agree with incorrect things. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
Like,
that's not your MO.
as my job, I always feel like I do feel like, okay, like people are like, well, beans have like so much protein. I'm like, okay, 10 minutes ago, you told me you didn't know what protein was. So
Hmm.
like, therefore we can't have this conversation. Like,
Hmm.
I'm telling you, no, you should not eat beans in every single meal if you're trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
We need to change it around. But it's presenting things very matter of factly to me that I'm like, okay, that's not exactly correct. But
Hmm.
sometimes it'll be like out at like a party.
Yeah.
And I don't like that aspect where if you're into fitness, all of a sudden everyone opens like there was a TikTok about it and I loved it,
Mhm.
where they're like, when you're the trainer at a family dinner and people are like, yeah, what do you think about intermittent fasting? And like,
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
don't look at my plate, like that kind of thing. Like, it's all,
Yes.
people are always like nagging me about it. And like, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to lecture you on what's on your plate.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
honestly, I'm concerned about myself
Hmm.
right now. And like, I am not going to push that. And if you open the conversation and you're open to hearing what I have to say, great. But I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you.
It's the same like when I'm on social media, because like I do social media for part of my job or like video creation. Like if I see a crappy video, I'm not going to comment and be like, wow, this upset my day to see such a
Yeah.
poorly executed piece of content. My God. Like it's just when you
Yeah.
apply it to like to any other profession, it's not expected. But when you're a
Mhm.
trainer or like a doctor or a nurse, you get all of those unsolicited comments
Yeah.
that
Well,
I just get to avoid.
it's like if someone said to you, hey, Julia, watch this video. I want your opinion. And then you told them your opinion. They said, no, I'm right.
Hmm.
I like,
Oh, at
I
my
think
job,
there's,
that does happen.
yes, like they're seeking
It
your
does happen.
affirmation in the knowledge that they think that
Hmm.
you have it, but they asked your opinion. So it gets a little complex. So that's something that I don't like as much about it, because
Yeah.
it does lead to awkward conversations with maybe like Efren's friends or like family members and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like it can. And honestly though, that's why so my aunt's husband, he's
Yeah.
my uncle, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. He was a bodybuilder and he is like one of the only people where him and I just sit and we just talk and it's like awesome
Hmm.
everything I'm going through and it's really cool. But like, and he teaches me stuff. And that's where in the conversation, I'm like, this is awesome. I love talking to Enrique about that stuff because, you know, but it does get a little awkward. Like when people come up to me at parties and want to talk about like the macros on their plate and stuff.
No, that's like,
Sometimes I'm like, I was
mm,
just talking to someone about that because she's a nutritionist and she was like, why do people just like not want to be my clients, but like they
no,
just want
it's
to
the free
all of my
labor part
knowledge?
too. Yeah, no, like when, because I have that with like photography and like my photography, like we're both obviously in French and photography, you more so than me. But when I was in like photography club in college, so many of my photographer friends would complain at like just unsolicitedly being asked to photograph things. They're like, oh, well, can you just bring your camera? Like, you're coming anyway.
Oh
Can you just
yeah.
bring your camera? It's completely dependent on the situation. In the same way that giving someone fitness advice is like, just don't ask people who do like these are real jobs. People do this for money. That like just because it's not like, oh, I'm a
Yeah, and I
stockbroker.
love
Like,
helping people. But if I
yeah,
am relaxing, you know, at a party talking to people, and we
yeah.
wanna sit and talk about, let's do that at a different time.
Mm-hmm.
So it does
Mm-hmm.
create a little awkwardness for me. But I love coaching. Like I don't want that to be portrayed. I love coaching. I love my clients. I love helping people with that at the right time.
Like, there's a difference between clocking in and clocking out.
We had my bridal shower. None
Yeah.
of that food was very healthy, but you know what? I was like, it's okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
No.
And we're all good. And like no one asked me about like nutrition points on the food that we're eating. It's just like that's what I love. I love having casual events and stuff. So
Yeah.
there is that aspect of like that's something that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many other things that I do love about this whole lifestyle that we're both living right now and stuff. And it is really cool. And um I get to teach a lot, which I do love. I love teaching in the right moments.
In the right moments.
Wait, let's do like two short favorite things. Like
Two
just
favorite things. I really like, scratch that, freaking am obsessed with the feeling of being pumped after lifting.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh my God, we're so in sync. You put me onto this. So when you work out and you like take like your pre-workout that has like chemical, I don't know, Rachel, enlighten us. What
Also, one of my least favorite things is pre-workout. Anyway, I still
circling
take it.
back, circling
Still take
back.
it.
But when you take pump, like it makes blood flow to your muscles and you're drinking more water and you look in the mirror, you're just like, I am jacked. Like I literally,
Right.
those pictures that Rachel called like about earlier in the episode, I took those after I'd done a 2 hour, 800 calorie upper body day. And I look at those pictures and I'm zooming in and I'm like, oh, that's a shoulder. Oh, there
You're like,
she is.
oh, am
Oh,
I a unit?
am I not a woman, but in fact a god? Question. I
Who is she?
well, there's just like there's an undeniable confidence. Like there's so many things in life that you put work into and you can't see tangible results from. But the fact that I can drink a little drinky drink, go to the gym, like flap my arms around for
Do
45
some
minutes
lateral
and then look
raises.
buff, like what?
Right. It's awesome.
It's
That's
amazing.
that's that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I did shoulders today, and I was just like, she's looking good.
You find the gym that like the portion of the gym that has like the harshest lighting so the shadows
Yes.
really pop on the pump kicks. Pro tip.
We have a bathroom in our employee like break room,
Yeah.
and one of the trainers was like, Rachel, okay, open the bathroom door.
No.
There's a
Oh
mirror
my
right next to it. He's like, turn off the bathroom light. The light from the break room shadows into it, and you'll look cut. And I was like, I love you for this.
That's so iconic.
This
That's
is also the trainer I
iconic
was making fun
behavior.
of for skipping one workout.
Oh my
We are
God.
the same. Him and I are
Redeemed.
the same. It's
Oh
fantastic.
gosh.
Okay, second fave. What's the second fave?
Second fave. I'm scared we're gonna say the same thing again. Um, Having a justification for my excessive collection of workout clothes. I was on the
Picking
fourth.
out our gym outfits is beyond satisfying.
Oh my God, when I tell you I pioneered athleisure, Dorianne, if you ever listen to this episode, she is my witness that I pioneered athleisure before it was cool, freshman year of college with my Taurian laziness. But I was there. And now that I go to the gym, I can justify fancy gym clothes. And I love amassing it. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here.
Yes, literally, I wore the cutest outfit today. It was like a white sports bra with like these red shorts, and I got so many compliments from people
Wait, people compliment your outfits.
all the time. Literally, when I wear my green iguana looking outfit, I have had one time I had probably close to 10 people be like, I love your gym outfit today.
What?
Strangers at the gym just coming up. Yeah, oh, all the time. One lady told me at your gym, when I went to your gym, I had my blue outfit on.
Yeah.
And she was like, she came up, she's like, you look like Superwoman. She's like, you just look so good. I was like, thank you. Like literally, the outfits, I feel like that is the best. Like I plan my outfits based on the workout I'm doing for that day, based on
Yep.
if I have self-tanner or not, what level of
Mhm.
self-tanner I have, if it's fading a little bit.
If I've
You know,
shaved my legs or not, the variables.
my hair is blonde, so I can wear shorts anytime. But
Unbothered. Or you
yeah,
could be me and go to the gym with your self tanner completely sweated off from behind your knees. So it looks like you have two white targets behind your knees. And my gym crush was there that day. Love that for me. So don't do that. Don't do that. Check
yeah.
for that before picking shorts.
But I have to say, the gym outfits, okay, I have a gym outfit closet and I truly get the most joy out of choosing my gym outfit every single day. And you know what? When prep starts, sometimes I have to bring two because cardio is for the morning and lifting in the afternoon or vice versa. So I get to
Mhm.
bring two outfits a day. I was telling my
Mhm.
client this today, I was like, I probably have 60 plus leggings in
Oh,
my
easy.
closet easily
Easy.
and counting.
I was like, we should do a video where we do your whole closet, but I was like, that would take forever because it's not just like a dress, it's like leggings. You got to like shimmy that
Yeah,
stuff on.
leggings, shorts, sports bras, the
Sweats.
long sleeve crop tops,
Mhm.
everything.
All
My
the
gym-
goods.
my favorite is Gymshark sweatshirt. Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
If you have not gotten into like the gym outfits, even Efren picks out his gym
Oh my,
outfits.
literally, not to be inappropriate, but a man in a good gym outfit, slutty, slutty. It's true. It's true.
It's phenomenal. He's like, oh, I have to have my white shoes clean to match the white top that I'm gonna wear with the blue joggers. I'm like, absolutely, you must.
Gym fits are truly for everyone. Like
He was not like this before, by the way.
what?
I converted him to a gym outfit person.
Oh, well, you converted me to a gym outfit person. If you look at the first, well, and part of that was like body confidence. Freaking my outfits at the beginning, I was like, why did you people let me in? Like, there really should have been like at least have some self-respect dress code for me because it wasn't the like, oh, she's just wearing baggy clothes. Like, no, my friends, I was wearing the ugliest things in my closet with the logic of, well, that way I don't have to worry like I was gonna wear it for like something that actually mattered. And then I shifted that mindset to now I wear my favorite clothes to the gym and I work remote. And when I see my friends, I'm usually in like going out clothes or like workout clothes. So it's now where I get to wear my favorite clothes. So just
Yeah,
you
one
know,
time you texted me, you're like, why is my gym crush not talking to me? You sent me a picture of your outfit and you're like in like a nightgown length shirt.
and
Like to
like
your knees.
yeah, it was and
And I was laughing.
it's not like wow, that girl has gazelle legs. Look at her beautiful legs, Diana princess
You
style
were
peeking out
swimming
from
in
that
your
shirt.
Simply
It's eating me
swimming.
alive. Eating me alive. If you're
Yes.
listening, Gym Crush, I'm sorry. I've upped my game with the booty scrunch shorts, and I know you noticed because we locked eyes yesterday. I know you saw.
The gym outfits make a difference.
They do.
That is truly one of my favorite things. True. I mean, I don't know what better way to end this episode than talking about gym clothes
I was
because
just thinking we're ending on the happiest possible. I'm glowing. You can't see us right now. We're glowing. We're glowing.
we're talking about this and you'll see our gym outfits all over our stories. So
Yes.
if you don't follow us, my
follow.
Instagram is at RachelJ_fitness.
It's new. It's fresh.
Yeah.
The new username. I am at Dreams to Dumbbells. And then if you want to follow our joint account, we are at GGGP_podcast. And then if you are not on socials, you can always contact us by emailing girlsgainsandgrowingpains@gmail.com.
Yes. And maybe this week we'll always post our gym outfits. Let's do that.
Oh, fun. Okay, wait, that is fun. And I'm doing cardio at home, but I'm doing like lightsaber duels on my VR headset. So maybe I'll wear like a Jedi outfit one day. Side gym outfit. TBD. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Awesome.
Wonderful.
Okay, so we are gonna wrap up here.
Mhm.
And this has been
Another episode of Girls, Gains, and Growing Pains.